Tiger, it's the queen. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dear Pats Nation. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm Ray. They call me Toronto's Pride and Joy. That's Mike. They call him the resident angry nerd.
They do.
Hello, Patriots land. It's draft
How are
week.
you?
It's draft week, Mike.
It is exciting.
Are you excited?
I don't know.
Oh. Well,
I'm excited for it to be over. I want to know.
Let's talk about this, Mike. Why aren't you excited? Why aren't you excited? Is it because we said we would do something special for the draft, plan nothing, and now I'm busy?
Yeah, basically. That's it. Ray just deflated all my balloons. I have
in fairness,
pile of floppy balloons.
We haven't talked about it since February.
No, we haven't. It's fine.
What's your plan for draft night? You could go live.
Not stay up till midnight to watch the Patriots trade back.
You could, hey, if I'm staying up till midnight to watch friggin' baseball games, you can stay up to watch the draft.
I could. I should get you to come.
Oh, one of us is frozen. Could be me. It could be Mike. Could be both of us. It's probably me. But I'm going to keep talking just in case.
There we go.
In case it is me, I'm just going to keep talking in case it was Mike that froze. One of us froze.
Yeah, it might have been me. All of StreamYard went black for a second.
Oh, that was Mike then because mine didn't. I was just sitting here.
Okay.
This is the worst 1 minute and 43 seconds of the podcast we've ever started with. Everybody has clicked away. Who's ever watching, rewatching the replay? Thank you to all the 0 viewers we have right now. We really appreciate all your support. Appreciate
every one of you
coming in here to talk it. Want to meet you guys. Want to meet each and every one of you.
Yes.
In person at Mike's house. His mom will make kitchen cacciatore. Oh, Michael's gone again. Well, I'm excited for the draft. Because what happens at draft time is people get upset. And that's why I like the draft. There's never anybody happy at the draft. They're like, we could have had this guy. We could have had that guy. We could have drafted this person. I mean, we went through the entire Patriots era of N'Keal Harry where we had to hear about, we could have had DK. We could have had this guy. We could have had that guy. I'm excited about people getting angry. People are just angry in general in sports. I don't know if any of you have ever realized that. People are just angry in general when it comes to sports. They find reasons to be upset. And anytime anything happens,
and we're back.
You could literally draft Tom Brady again. And people would be like, hey, this is actually Tom Brady. We have cloned him and you're going to get it. And people are like, yeah, well, why didn't you call him Peyton Manning, man? That's why I get excited for the draft because people are every team, every fan base, no matter what you do, you're going to be mad. And that's why I love the draft because nobody's happy after the draft.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I figured out what the problem was. By the way,
what's that?
There was a loose wire right in front of me.
Oh,
because because I was playing with said wire.
Mike is the IT specialist on the panel, by the way.
Yes.
The only fan base at the end of the draft that'll come out and be like, he did it again. He did it again. Is the
Eagles?
The Colts.
Yes.
Indianapolis Colts fans are going to be heralding Ballard, who hasn't got them to a playoff game in 10 years. They're going to be talking about how he did it again. He did it again, Mike. He did it again. Went out. Yeah. He drafted 6 tight ends. We're going to win.
We're winning. Yeah, we're winning. Best team. Who's their quarterback right now? Daniel Jones has ever played for.
So Matt Legros, I think his name is, on the Patriots Wire, wrote an article today that said 3 ways the Patriots can win a big at the draft. I'm just going to read you a summary of it.
Sure.
A la ChatGPT. Let's not pretend that I put the work in to summarize this. Honestly, I could have read it and started talking about anything else. I could be reading about Barbie in a second. I didn't even proofread it. Said,
Oh,
summarize this, copy paste. The Barbie movie was spectacular. No.
Yep. See,
Despite holding the number 31 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the New England Patriots are well positioned to come away as big winners thanks to strong depth in their later selections. With multiple day 2 picks and added flexibility in the 6th round, the team has several paths to address key needs. A successful draft will likely hinge on prioritizing offense early, adding playmakers like a wide receiver, tight end, and help on the offensive line, while also securing a true number 1 receiver who can make an immediate impact, similar to recent breakout stars like Justin Jefferson or Garrett Wilson. Prospects such as Casey Concepcion and Omar Cooper Jr. could fit that role. At the same time, round out the defense, particularly by strengthening the linebacker unit, remains crucial, making players like Jacob Rodriguez and Bryce Boucher potential targets as the Patriots look to build a more complete roster. So, I mean, like, just go out and get the next Justin Jefferson. I mean, that's what they've been doing wrong all these years. Thank God for the Boston media. Just go out and get the next Justin Jefferson or Garrett Wilson. You know what? Belichick used to call me and say, I'm looking for the opposite of Justin Jefferson. I'm looking for a guy who can't catch the football.
I still think N'Keal Harry was a giant conspiracy theory. Like a walking. I'm going to draft the guy that can't play.
You get blocked, though. And he interviewed well.
He blocked Myles Garrett way better than Will Campbell did.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He owned Myles Garrett, if you recall.
He did.
All right, well, what are your thoughts?
I think, let me put it this way. This draft is going to be, how can we get cheaper next year? Ray is slurping coffee, doing some ASMR for us.
Welcome to my haircutting salon.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me take 45 minutes to explain to you how I'm going to cut your hair. You know what's stupid, before you talk about like actual football, do you know what's stupid about ASMR, especially like the role playing? Because I used to listen to it trying to sleep.
Yeah.
You know me, I have sleeping issues. So I'm always trying to I'm trying to find different ways. The guided meditation, ASMR, right? Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, I would do like the men shave role play, ASMR, right? I have never gone to a barbershop where they're like, okay, let me walk you through step by step what we're going to be doing today.
No, it's the exact opposite.
This is our house blend shaving cream or soap. We actually make it in-house. And I just sit there and go like, when I go to get a shave, it's like, hey, sit down, shut up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the exact opposite.
Put the towel on your face and stop talking. I'm shaving you idiot. Can I get you a drink? Let me get you a nice drink while you're cutting my hair. Like, yes, you know what's missing from my hair cutting experience? Food and beverage. Because there's nothing better than biting into a sandwich covered in cuttings. You know, like just. Anyways, ASMR.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no barbershop you'll ever go to. It's an angry Greek guy that's gonna sit you down in a chair and go, "You want to shave? Why not?"
Yeah, Italian barbers too. We have a lot of Italian barbers here.
So what was I saying? Something about the draft?
I don't know. Nothing important. We were talking. ASMR was much more important.
We had 10 viewers for a second, and then
I know. I'm aware, Mike.
That's awesome.
I was watching because they came in to hear about the draft, and you were talking about ASMR.
Yeah.
Way to go, Mike. Way to go.
They were probably here for the ASMR, and we're like, "Oh, this is a football thing." Oh, never mind.
I started making fun of ASMR, and they're like, "Well, fuck this guy then."
Yeah.
By the way, Mike was on death's door yesterday, so I want to give a big shout out for him being here. And that's no shtick. That's a shoot. That's a straight shoot. Mike was legit at urgent care yesterday, as you call it in the United States of America. Emergency room, as we call it here in Canada.
Well, there's two. Continue.
Well, you have urgent care and the emergency room?
Yeah.
Oh, see, we just have the emergency room. Emergency room here is urgent care.
Yeah. No.
We have walk-in clinics for anything non-emergency.
Yeah, that's what our urgent care is. It's called a walk-in clinic, but yeah, I was kind of at like a super fancy one that's kind of like both. Yeah, I'm alive. I'm here. We don't quit. We don't quit for you, all 0 viewers out there. We believe in you, dear Pats Nation.
Mike snorts cocaine off of toilet seats.
I do.
We're gonna
Maybe got that idea from me.
We're gonna put the powder on the toilet seat.
Jeez.
And now we're gonna chop it up really fine.
We're gonna get some kind of strike. All right.
Somebody's getting tingles out there. You know it. Somebody's sitting there going like, oh, Ray's got my tingle.
Oh gosh.
We don't even have those like idiots in the chat that are just like, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, genitals, hi, hello, bye. Still worst 11 minutes. Worst 11 minutes of our show ever. Like literally, you could put together any rendition of this show. Ray and Connor, just Ray and everybody, Ray and Mike. You could literally Ray, Mike, and Mario and Connor. Like you could take any Ray.
That was pretty bad too.
Ray, Ryan, Mike, and Douglas. You could take any version of this show. There is no worse 11 minutes and 30 seconds than what we just put on the air.
Are we gonna restart? Is that what you're telling me?
No, fuck, you either like it or you don't. Like, hey, you guys want to hear a real sports take for a minute?
Sure.
I have found a more insufferable, whiny ass fan base than Patriots fans.
Oh my gosh. Blue Jays fans?
Yeah. Oh my god. Like honestly, I think that Patriot fans, and as a Patriots fan myself, we're the whiniest fan base in the NFL. I feel that way.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think I'm right. And I'm okay to say that. Like, we are a whiny ass fan base. Blue Jay fans, 1,000 times worse. Like, it's embarrassing. I think I represent Toronto pretty well. No?
Pretty well.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. So I started Dear Jay's Nation, as everybody knows. Thank you for everybody who came over. Had a 40,000 view hit on TikTok the other day, which
nice.
was it's actually going well. It's growing at the same pace Dear Pats Nation grew for me in 2017. So I'm kind of happy about how it's going. Hitting across the socials, things are going well. They won 10-4 yesterday. They put up 8 runs in the first inning.
Okay.
And every message I get is like, yeah, but Jeff Hoffman sucks, man. We're never gonna win with Jeff Hoffman. And I was like, guys, we've won 8 games this season out of 20. Can we just enjoy this one? Because odds are we won't be able to enjoy a win tomorrow. Like, they win every 3 to 4 days. Can we just enjoy the win and not be whiny bitches about something that happened yesterday?
Is that your average baseball fan now, though? Like, haven't they just become a bunch of stat nerds?
I think it's so I am not an analytics guy.
Yeah.
I think analytics has its place. I'm not like a Bill Belichick that's like, no analytics. We don't do math on the Patriots or North Carolina. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that guy. I think that analytics and sports, there's something. I like math. You know that, Mike. I'm a math guy. I actually like math. Math doesn't lie. That's why I like math. Like, numbers don't lie. Math tells a story. It's up to you to figure out that story, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to go with your gut. Like, you got to be like, I know what the numbers say, but this receiver or this pitcher or this quarterback or this batter, they're on fire tonight. They're hot, whatever it may be. Like, I'm not going to listen to the numbers. I'm just going to follow my gut. And I find coaches in baseball and coaches in football are like, well, I want to do this, but the analytics tell me not to.
You know who's a big middle of the road guy on that is Vrabel.
Yeah, he does both. There's a mix of you need to know the analytics. Numbers don't lie, guys. Like, if if the numbers said that Drake May fumbles the football every time he bootlegs, they would stop calling bootlegs. You know what I mean? There wouldn't be a gut like, oh, I got a feeling it's going to work today. No. It's like, dude, like he fumbles 33% of the time that he bootlegs. We can't afford, that at 33%, that means you're fumbling like once every 5 times you boot. Like every fifth bootleg, you're going to have a fumble. So you're not going to call them. Or you're going to call it 4 times and not the 5th. You know what I mean? Like it's anyways. But I think there's too much relying. I think some guys rely on their gut too much, too. You know what I mean? Like I think it's like, I know it's a 78-yard field goal, but my gut tells me his leg is looking good today. Like it's
I just think baseball's become a home for like toxicity when it comes to that stuff, though, because you'll get the teams that are statistically, and they just bury their heads in it because there's numbers for everything in baseball, and then you'll get a coach that'll be like, no, I'm going to leave my pitcher out there to dry because, I can feel this.
Billy Bean and his Moneyball started it all.
Yeah.
Right? Loses Johnny Damon, loses Jason Giambi. How do you replace them? You get a bunch of guys that get on base. You know what I mean? Or on base percentage became... And I don't actually disagree. I'm going to be real. When I play the show, Mike knows I play 3 video games. The show, FIFA, Madden. Like that's it. Like, and I haven't even like graduated because I don't think it's called FIFA anymore. I think now it's called like EA Soccer or something. Like I haven't even graduated to. It's still FIFA. Anywho, what I'm getting at is, even when I play like the show, when I play baseball, I'm a guy that's like take a lot of pitches, wear out the pitcher, try to walk, like get on base. Because as far as I'm concerned, like if you can't get on base, you're not going to win. But then there's like time analytics, just little Blue Jay talk. The Red Sox and the Blue Jays are like some of the worst with runners in scoring position this year and not driving people. The Blue Jays are now 3 for 23 with bases loaded. 3 for 23 with bases loaded, where they can get where they have generated 3 hits on 23 chances. You can't win that way. You know what I mean? Anywho, the draft, Mike. People are really focused in on the offense. And I went into this entire draft like, get an edge, get a linebacker, get a this, get a that. Yeah. What do you think? When you were like, and then disappearing because you were playing with your wire?
Yeah.
When you were yanking on that wire?
Different stream, different website. You'll have to find it.
It streamed out because Mike was yanking his wire. Anyways, I was saying the one thing I love about the draft is no matter what happens, people are going to be mad.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Especially Patriots fans.
Oh, yeah. Like, there is no move that could be made that Patriots would be like, that was the right. Like I said, my example was they could clone Tom Brady. Where people are going to be like, it's going to be an exact replica of Tom Brady. Like he's got the exact same career. Oh yeah, but man, we could have had Mac Jones, man.
But without Rob Gronkowski, what's he going to be anyway? So what's the point?
Yeah, because he didn't play for 10 years before him.
Yeah, I mean, so this was going to be one of my topics for tonight and I think we discussed this before, but it's like setting the table for the expectations for the 31st overall pick, because I think it's been so many years since we've had that pick down there that people have kind of lost sight of what that actually means and what to expect of that player. And I think and we're guilty of this, we expect that 31st player to be just as good as somebody who's picked like top 10, top 15, realistically top 5. Like we talked about this for 2 years. It wasn't N'Keal Harry's fault he was overdrafted. It was Bill Belichick's fault that he trusted Herm Edwards and overdrafted a receiver. Yeah. And this is what I was going to say. I honestly think this draft could ironically be called the replacements. I think they're going to get a replacement for Caleb on Chason. I think they're going to get a replacement for Mike Onwenu. And I think they're going to try to find a replacement for Christian Barmore and maybe a corner later on for Carlton Davis, because guess what? Those are all guys that are going to cost them a lot of money next year. And, get developmental guys to sit behind your starters for a year. People aren't going to be happy. But I think that's what it's going to be. And the edge wouldn't be a developmental player. He would play. He would be your first round pick. So I think that would still be okay with people. Like if I told you the second round and the third round pick are going to kind of just come in and start on a couple of snaps, they would probably be okay with that. But I think ultimately this is going to be a very Belichickian draft. Who's going to be up on a contract this year? Who's going to be up on a contract next year? Who are we not paying?
Do they bring in a running back to replace Ramondre Stevenson next season?
Maybe later on.
So next season, Ramondre Stevenson has a $9.6 million cap hit, 3.2 million dead cap.
Yeah.
Like I could see them eating that 3.2 to save that 6.
It depends on how
2028. 2028 is an $11.6 million cap hit.
It depends on how he plays. I think if he played the way he did later this year, if you can find a way to keep him fresh,
$9 million though for
I know.
For a running back.
Yeah, it's
who
tough.
Who would you say is the best running back in the league right now?
Oh, geez, I don't pay attention to running backs. Probably Jahmyr Gibbs with the Detroit Lions.
All right, I'm just looking up Nick Chubb's contract history.
I mean, he hasn't been great in 2 years, but yeah.
No, but at one point he was the best.
Yeah, he was getting paid a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up his history, not his current contract. His current contract's like $2 million or something like that. He's on a 1-year deal, I think.
Yeah.
But I want to look at his career earnings. That's what I'm looking at. So the most cash that he ever made was in 2023, was his worst season.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. In 2021, he made $12 million. He made $19 million in cash. Total 12, 19 cash cumulative. I guess that's with bonuses or incentives and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His highest cash year was $34 million. Now it was in 2020
signing bonus.
Yeah. That was in 2023 and 2024. He made $36 million, and his status for that year was injured.
Oh, that's rough. I mean.
Oh, no. I read that so wrong. Sorry, that was his total. That was cumulative cash. Okay. But the year he was injured, his second highest year, then he made $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Status injured. But he made $12 million in 2021, which I think is fair to say is peak Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
And that's basically what Ramondre Stevenson will be making next 2 years from now.
I think they will definitely keep him this year. I don't think he's a release candidate. I don't think he's a trade candidate.
No, I didn't say for this year, because this year his dead cap's actually worse than his cap hit. Ramondre Stevenson, let me just pull up his numbers here.
They do need a third back though at the moment. So do you get that third back in the pipeline? It's kind of like the Ramondre Stevenson replacement.
That's what I was wondering. Or do you try
one of those
or do you try to bring a Gibson in? That's different. Not him exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Ramondre's cap hit this year is $7 million.
Mm.
But he's got an $8 million dead cap. So he's on the team this year.
Yep.
Next year it's a 9.6 with a dead cap of 3.2. I think he is a trade candidate or release candidate next season.
Yeah, or at the very least a rework. They're gonna rework that salary.
In the year and then just dump it on his last year? Where he's due 11.6.
Yeah, and there's probably no guaranteed money on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taking up almost 3% of the cap in 2027.
Yeah, and you got, people out there watching are like, why are you quibbling over a running back salary when you're going to pay a cornerback potentially $50 million and you're going to pay a quarterback potentially $70 to $80 million? $10 million matters.
Yeah, especially like that's all going to come up very, very soon.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I think there's a chance that we see a deal done for what's his face, our really good cornerback who's probably the best in the NFL.
Oh, Christian Gonzalez.
There you go. Christian Gonzalez. I still feel like there could be a deal before the season starts.
I think there will be. I don't think either side are in a hurry. I think Christian Gonzalez is waiting for other people to get paid to see what he can potentially squeeze out of the Patriots. And I don't think that's a bad thing. That's a whole side discussion that we always talk about. The Crafts need to get used to paying modern day NFL contracts and not thinking around with their players.
Next year, they have to make the decision whether they exercise their option on him or this year they do.
This year.
Next year.
Very shortly, like within the next week or two. But
they can still negotiate even if they exercise the option, right?
Yeah, and they can always franchise tag him if they really need.
But I'll tell you, though, why I don't want them to where I'd love to get a deal done before the option kicks in. Because I think you could play with the money that in 2027 you're not sitting with an $18 million cap hit. You know what I mean? I think you can.
So the way it works is, if you do the 5th year option, the cash doesn't kick in till the year after, or the new deal doesn't kick in till after the option year.
I get it. Which means in 2027 he's an $18 million cap hit.
Yeah.
So they could negotiate that contract that it's like an $8 million cap hit you know what I mean? Where the big cap hit doesn't come till the later side of things. And that's when you get into year, okay, let's say they get a deal done by the offseason, right? Then the deal would kick in next year. We know that. He has to finish his rookie deal. So it'd kick in next year.
Yep.
Okay. By the time they get into year 3 or 4, I know Patriot fans are not going to want to hear this. That's when the money's going to be its most. You can restructure it here and there. But the Patriots in 3 or 4 years, this is how the actual NFL works. Not the Patriots, it's the 20 years ago, how the actual NFL works. In 3 to 4 years, the Patriots are going to be back in a retooling era. Yeah. Like, the Patriots are in the go for it now era. Like, have a good draft, bring in A.J. Brown possibly, or make a big splash next year.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then, in 2 years, they owe their quarterback money. And then they're going to have to let some of their bigger name players walk away, and then you're in a retooling era and you're hoping that rookies can come through, and you're trying to find a veteran on a deal, and you're trying to restructure things. So I would love for them to get the deal done this year, because that gives them flexibility of how to manage the cap for the next 5 years.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons you just laid it out a little bit better than I did, is why if I had to pick a phrase, this draft will be called the replacements. It's not for this year. It's for next year. We have the team that will probably have the capability of getting back to the playoffs, right? If everybody stays healthy, status quo. You're going to bring in A.J. Brown. We could talk about that in a minute. Adam Schefter threw some more gasoline on that fire today.
I think June 2nd, he's going to be a Patriot.
Yeah. But I really think we're going to go for it again this year. We're going to draft some stuff for stability for the next year or two as we kind of let some of these free agents go. Another good one on there. It's a deep tight end draft, a great tight end draft. So you're probably going to see a Hunter Henry replacement in there as well.
Yeah. This year they're going to have to replace Austin Hooper.
Right.
So you're looking for an immediate tight end replacement this season, and then hopefully he can become your tight end 1, and you can move on from. And I'm okay with that, because I still think Hunter Henry, because the tight end position is so thin in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think Hunter Henry is going to demand money he's not worth.
Yeah, that can go both ways, right? Like, it's an underpaid position. Thank you, Bill Belichick, for putting a cap on the money that tight ends earn, 15 years ago at this point. Shout out to him. It could get to the point where he says in 2 years, I've been in New England for like 8 years now, and I'm not going anywhere else at the end of my career, and that could work out for the Patriots. Or, right?
I don't want to give him. I don't want to give him $11 million a year, though.
No, but that's my point.
If they can get him at $6 to $7 million,
yeah,
because for the tight end market, I don't think Hunter Henry's ever lived up to his contract.
He's been on some bad teams. I think he's good. I
Fair
think
enough.
he's been on some bad teams.
Fair enough. Here's what I'm going to say to you guys. Assuming Elijah Vera Tucker can play this year, because history would tell you he's going to spend some time on the injury list, possibly season-ending injury list. Hopefully, he's beyond that. Because sometimes guys just have bad luck. You know what I mean? Like that's just the reality of it. And hopefully that luck has changed. I always say, like, if a guy is constantly like tearing a hamstring, you know what I mean? Like tearing a bicep, it's like you're not conditioning. Like Tom Brady never pulled a muscle. You know what Tom Brady did do though? He tore an ACL. You know, Julian Edelman tore an ACL. You know what I mean? Like you can't strengthen a tendon. You know what I mean? Like the tendon is the tendon. You take a bad hit, something bad happens. Achilles. So maybe they tell me Aaron Rodgers was in bad shape when he popped his Achilles. You know what I mean? Like stuff happens. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this kid has some good luck. But assuming all of that, I don't think I'm breaking any kind of news here. I'm sure there's Patriot fans out there that are going to scream at me. The Patriots aren't at this moment a better team than they were last year. If anything, they might be a little worse than they were last year. Outside of, I expect Drake May to take another step from last year, and I expect my brain is fried tonight.
Travion
Henderson. I'm stuck in 2014. Travion Henderson, I'm expecting him to take another step this year, because if he doesn't, I don't think people actually understand how much this season actually leans on whether Travion Henderson, because he did not perform as a whole what the Patriots were expecting. As an Ohio State guy, he did not do what I thought he could do.
Yep.
I think we got very lucky that Ramondre Stevenson stayed as healthy as he did, because Bill Belichick and Gerard Mayo ran that kid to the ground.
Yeah.
The Patriots are not better. I think they need at least, Mike, in my opinion, if we want to, I dare say, make another Super Bowl run, they need 2 draft players that are going to be starter ready and like performing at starter. It doesn't have to be superstars, but they have to perform as starter ready players that like perform adequately each and every game consistently.
Yeah, so let's attack what you said about Travion Henderson real quick, because I totally agree with you, and I think they kind of identified one of his issues, right? And one of his big issues is he's got a vision problem. So what did they do? You know what? Ramondre Stevenson doesn't love running behind a fullback, but you know who might need to? Travion Henderson might need to run behind a fullback. So you know what? Yeah. We're going to get the fullback. He's going to run behind the fullback. The fullback's just going to set up the hole for him, and hopefully he can break off those explosive plays. So that what you mentioned is something that Mike Vrabel and company clearly identified. They said, we're going to get the really good fullback. We're going to create the hole for this kid, and hopefully he reaches that potential. Otherwise, in another year, you're talking about, I don't want to say a bust because he had 1,000 yards this season, but you're talking about a second-round pick that is significantly underperformed for what you expected of him.
And I'm going to say, from an Ohio State point of view, okay, this kid is up there in the conversations of Ezekiel Elliott, Dobbs, you know what I mean, who went to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like, this kid's in the conversation of all-time running backs from Ohio State. That's how he performed in college. So when the Patriots took him high in the second round, I think they were expecting not the same player, but we remember the impact that Ezekiel Elliott had on the Dallas Cowboys when he came into the NFL.
Right.
When he was Zeke, before he turned back into Ezekiel Elliott, when he was Zeke, I think that's what the Patriots expected. I don't think they got that. They had a couple times where you saw, if you remember, Mike, after the draft, I told you home run hitter. That was our
absolutely.
That was our first episode back, was after the draft, and I said they got a home run hitting running back, and I think he averaged like 1.6 yards his first 5 games of the season. And Mike was like, "Where's your home runs, Ray?" And then we saw them. We saw glimpses of what he can do. Like Mike said, 1,000-yard running back, nothing to blow your nose at, nothing at all. 300 of those yards came off of 3 plays. So like you got to keep that under consideration. You know what I mean? Like 300 and some of those yards came off of 3 plays. However, that's what that kid's capable of every down if he fully gets it together.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember me bringing up this analogy, but I think what they want him to do is almost akin to like a tight end in Josh McDaniels' offense, and maybe it was just too much for him in year 1, right? They're saying like, we were going to give you this and that, and it was a little too much. You need to work on like your vision, your basics, and then like, you're right. Like, I think they expect a big jump out of him in year 2, like most teams do. Again, they're tight ends. Like, I think Josh McDaniels wants to move Travion Henderson all over the field. Pass catching threat, running threat, obviously. Got better in pass protection as the season went on. So, I'm not okay.
Can I be sorry? I'm completely frozen. Here we go. Can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah.
Can we just not just Josh McDaniels, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we not at some point maybe try this? Hear me out. Like, let's let a running back be a running back. Let's let a tight end be a tight end. Why don't we just put the players in the position that most of them played their entire life, right? And just let them excel at that position, right? Like, why does everybody, and I know this is the modern day NFL. I know I sound like a dinosaur here, but I don't care. Why can't we just let players play the position that they play, and let's just like, all right, I have been nothing but a Josh McDaniels defender since forever.
Yeah.
But does he overcomplicate things sometimes? Can he not just like, because I want to point something out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had Tom Brady, yada yada yada. We know who Tom Brady is, right? Julian Edelman, you ever heard him talk about football?
It's ridiculous.
Like wicked, like a guy who studied, right?
Yeah.
Now, this guy might sound like a moron, but is stupid smart. Gronkowski.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hated this angry little troll, but Danny Amendola is a smart football guy.
Yeah.
James White, if you listen to him talk, maybe one of the smartest football players I'll ever listen to when it comes to understanding and breaking down the game. They were also taught by Bill Belichick, who's not Josh McDaniels, by Bill Belichick, who I think, regardless of who he is now, understands the game of football. Bill Belichick forgot more about football last week than most people will ever know about the game of football.
Breaking news, Ray reports Bill Belichick has Alzheimer's.
Really? Or are you just making that up?
No, I'm making that up. I'm saying you're reporting that.
Sorry,
we're getting more into the clickbait, people. We're getting...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. We're also going to write speeches about how they're the greatest football team ever to play, right? But you know what? I made my name as Donnie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Which actually, if you think about it, kind of resembles another Donald that we know right now.
Oh, boy.
Does he not? Did Donnie O'Donnell not talk exactly like that?
He did. It's funny.
Maybe we should interview Donnie O'Donnell at some point.
Maybe it's time for a revival. That's all, that is the rage in the 2020s is revival series.
It is. I don't even know if I can do the voice anymore. It was the worst Boston accent in the world.
Yeah.
Like the worst.
We'll think about it. That might be fun.
Dear Pats Nation. Almost there. Almost there. He's getting there with his beautiful blue eyes. Anyways, when you've got a lot of very smart football players, and I'm sorry, the offensive line were also geniuses, like and understood football. And I'm not saying that these guys don't understand football. We've heard about Drake May. We've heard how smart he is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, when you've got just these smart, don't forget, man, Belichick, there was a prototype that Bill Belichick drafted. Sometimes it didn't come across physically, but mentally, there was a prototype.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Like maybe sometimes when you don't have those guys out there, your offense can be a little confusing because you've seen guys come to a Josh McDaniels offense who can't figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is what I was going to say. We kind of brought up Vrabel before. I think Vrabel's a good bridge for that, where he's at some point he's going to say, "All right, Josh, this guy can't do this. We've got to figure out Plan B." You know, like they tried to run some screens last year. Statistically, again, going back to the numbers, terrible screen game last year. Terrible. Like. And it's one of the things that Josh McDaniels loves to do. So what did Vrabel say? Okay, we're going to scrap it. We'll add the pieces in 26 that'll give us the opportunity to run that better. But right now, scrap it, figure out something else. So that's where I think Vrabel is the perfect kind of filler for Josh McDaniels in the way that Belichick was. In fact, maybe in a better way, because I think Mike Vrabel is probably better at communicating what he needs. Versus, again, you've seen that clip of Josh McDaniels on Julian Edelman's podcast going like, Bill Belichick would say something like walk out of the room and I would have no idea what he meant. But he would just be like, yeah, we're going to do this.
Yeah, maybe we should do this. So you want us to do this? I don't know. So
yeah, I got to go.
Do you want to see how pathetic the CFL is becoming?
Oh, boy. Let's do it.
Do you know who Roman Reigns is?
I do.
Okay. Do you know how they say like they call him the tribal chief?
Yep.
That kind of thing. So apparently he won the WWE championship this weekend.
Heck yeah.
Based on what my Twitter feed looked like, I think it was WrestleSlam or WrestleSlam Mania or something like that.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. I know what it is. I just wanted to trigger.
I know.
Here's what the
Slam Mania.
Here was a post from the Edmonton Elks. We acknowledge our tribal chief Roman Reigns. Congrats on winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleSlam this past Sunday.
Oh my God.
Did you know he was a football player?
I did not.
Yeah.
Does that make him a fake football player though?
Playing in the CFL?
Yeah.
I don't know. We produce wrestlers though here in Canada. Do you know who else played in the CFL?
Is it somebody recent? Because I don't know a lot of the newer.
No,
folks.
no. You ever heard of Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Oh, yep.
You used to have like a piece of wood in his hand.
Yeah.
Played for the Argos.
Nice.
There was also this other guy you might have heard of, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He's not Canadian.
No, but he played in the CFL.
Did he?
Yeah. He played after he played.
He can never be president now.
Because he came to Canada?
Yeah, nope. You're out.
Dwayne Johnson, CFL. Who did he? I don't know who he played for. He played for the Calgary Stampeders.
Really?
Yeah, and they cut him, and then they brought him back, and then they wanted to re-sign him, but he decided to play professional wrestling. I guess play. Yeah.
He decided to play a professional wrestling. You want to talk about something that'll trigger people real quick?
Yeah. Oh, holy jeez. I got to show you this picture of him though.
Boy.
This dude was jacked.
Do you remember when Brock Lesnar went out to become a football player and the Vikings had him play a practice game and he got absolutely mollywopped? Holy steroids.
Look at his neck.
Holy crap.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyways, that's him as a.
He looks like he ate the current Dwayne
the current
Johnson.
Rock, the current Dwayne
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
What was
that
he?
was-
A defensive lineman?
Linebacker and D line. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could have went to the NFL. He was a superstar for the University of Miami.
I actually
And-
think I did know that. Funny enough. I don't know why I remember that from somewhere.
WWE wrestlers that played in the NFL. Even do you remember Farouk?
I
Ron
do.
Simmons. He was like a standout college football player. Like I think he was like second for the Heisman. Went to the NFL, got cut, and became a wrestler. So dudes that played like professional football. Bill Goldberg. Do you remember Bill Goldberg?
I do. His son is wrestling now.
Yeah. So he played for the Atlanta Falcons. Roman Reigns, before he came to the CFL, played for the Vikings in Jacksonville, like probably practice squad.
Yep.
Baron Corbin, I don't know who that is, but he played for the Colts. Ron Simmons played for the Cleveland Browns and then the Buccaneers. Mojo Rawley.
I feel like you're right. A lot of these guys probably make it to like practice squads. And then they're like
Lex Luger.
Oh,
do you remember Lex?
Yep.
He played in the CFL and then the USFL.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar obviously went to the Vikings.
Yep. Then got his ass handed to him because he's like, wow, everybody is just as big as me here. Yes.
Yeah. The Rock played for the Calgary Stampeders. Brian Pillman. You remember Brian Pillman?
I do. Yep.
Played for the Bengals. Do you remember Ahmed Johnson?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, he played for the Cowboys. He was
that's
like
probably why I didn't know.
Early 90s, like monster of a man.
Okay.
Yeah. So bunch of these guys all had. Oh, do you know who Vader is?
No.
You don't know Vader? He wore like a red mask.
No. I know
Okay.
Kane.
No.
You wore a red mask and he's a governor now.
Glenn Jacobs. Don't talk ish about Governor Glenn Jacobs. Or isn't he the mayor? He's the mayor, isn't he? The mayor of Knoxville. The mayor of Knoxville. This dude. You don't know this dude?
No.
Really? He was in the same time as Kane. Anyways, he played for the Rams in 78. Hacksaw Jim Duggan played for the Falcons before he went to the Argos. Brian Pillman, he overdosed, finished his career at the Buffalo Bills.
Well, you know what? I won't comment. Better not. Better,
anyways, we produce
Patriots content.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who else is going to win the draft on Thursday? We obviously know. The Bills are going to win the draft.
They win it every year.
Yeah.
They win it every year. Ask Dan Mitchell.
Yeah.
You
know who should have traded for Dexter Lawrence?
The Bills.
The Bills. Yes.
Yeah. And AJ Brown.
Yes. It's just a matter of time, actually.
Was it last week that Stephon Gilmore? We're in a completely different world now. Stephon Diggs officially said goodbye to New England. Like it's official. He did his whole like goodbye New England on Instagram.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it was last week. So my dreams of trading for AJ Brown and then bringing in Diggs to be like the third run or wide receiver could be dead.
There are some booty trade rumors today too. I guess he didn't show up to the offseason program, which makes sense. If you're gonna bring in AJ Brown, what is it gonna be? AJ Brown, Romeo Doubs, Matt Collins.
Oh, wow. Yeah, then booty would have to be 4.
Yeah.
And you can just slide oh Mike, my brain's dead.
It's okay.
The guy I like. Current
Kyle
Patriot.
Williams.
No. Who are the
Wide
Patriots?
receiver.
Who are the Patriots receivers?
So you currently
there was Kayshon Boutte.
Kayshon Boutte, Matt Collins.
Yeah.
Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas.
Pop. That's who could be number 4. I know they're saying this is Pop's last year with the Patriots, but I would love them to keep Pop Douglas on this team. I think that he offers a little bit of something every once in a while.
They got to find the right way to use him.
I think if he's number 4, he's the perfect way to use him. Actually, I would actually make him the number 3. To be honest with you, Mac Hollins is a good go up and get the football type of guy. To me, he's a third down running back or receiver. third down receiver.
Yeah.
I like Pop Douglas. You know that I'm a big Pop Douglas fan. I think he's criminally underrated.
He's been on some bad teams too.
I don't think he's protected. As a number 3 receiver, he's not protected by the other guys.
No.
Because nobody feared Diggs this year. Nobody feared Kayshon Boutte, so you're not going to fear Pop Douglas. But you have A.J. Brown and Dobbs on the other side, and then you've got Pop Douglas in the middle coming out of the slot. I'd play him out of the slot. That would be my thing. But now you got to respect those 2 corner guys. Yeah? Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. And now that I say that too, their wide receiver depth chart is pretty huge, and they could still add one in the draft. We'll see what happens there. But is Mac Collins secretly your tight end too? Maybe.
Yeah, you could use him that way. He blocks really good. Like he's a really good blocker. So you can put the thing about Hollins is you can put him out on an obvious rundown and then send him out in the field.
Yeah,
like putting out Hollins on 1st and 10. And lining up in an I formation with a fullback and a running back and then passing the ball. And I like Hollins because I think, okay, if you're like Hollins makes the red zone better. You know what I mean?
Which they struggle at. Yeah.
Yeah. So having Mac Hollins, Hunter Henry, Dobbs, and who's also a good red zone guy. We know he's a big, like Dobbs is a strong go up and get the ball type of guy. And if you can get A.J. Brown, you've got 4 legit dudes that can get up and get the football. And then you've got Henderson and come out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Right? So all of a sudden, the 20 looks a little like inside the 20 looks a lot easier than it did last year. I wanted to read this to you. Another ChatGPT summarization. That's how we roll on this show.
Yay, AI, my favorite.
Miami Dolphins center Aaron Brewer is giving high praise to Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel, highlighting the no-nonsense, merit-based approach that defined their time together in Tennessee. Brewer entered the league as an undrafted free agent and developed into a starter under Vrabel, says the coach judges player activity or strictly on effort and performance, not draft status or reputation. That mindset helped Vrabel lead the Titans to an AFC championship early in his tenure, and he recently went to the Super Bowl with the Patriots. Brewer credits Vrabel's ability to connect with his players, evaluate talent as a key reasons for success, reinforcing the coach's reputation as one of the NFL's most respected leaders. That article was read right after I read the NFL has confirmed it is not investigating New England Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel following the publication of photos showing him with former Athletic reporter Diana Rossini. An incident that led to Rossini's resignation in an internal review at the New York Times owned outlet. While the league cited no violation of its personal policy, it remains unclear whether the Patriots will conduct their own review. If Mike Vrabel is punished for this, Robert Kraft, I'm going to pull what was his name? Danny DeVito or whatever the fucking guy's name? Michael DeVito of where Sarah writes for now.
Musket Fire?
Yeah, Musket Fire. If I will pull a Michael DeVito, if Mike Vrabel is punished for the whole Rossini thing, anything, if they fine him $1, I will demand that Robert Kraft sell the team.
Sounds like Robert Kraft tried to bury the story today. Did you hear all this?
Good, but no, I didn't. Tell me.
Yeah, so the Boston media is obsessed with telling everybody else that they're obsessed with the Vrabel story. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Kraft tried to bury the story. You know, he contacted I think it's Rupert Murdoch who owns and they were like, "Oh, that's a bad thing."
The failing New York Times.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it tries to, it makes Kraft look really bad." I'm like, "Does it?" He's like he's trying to watch his guys back. Like, and the only thing I would say is anybody who is trying to defend Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini and saying this was nothing, which all the adults in the room knew that it was something, like, oh, babe, like, good job. Like, we figured out that they were, having an affair. Congratulations. It doesn't affect his job.
Do you know how many people have lost their jobs over this? Some other reporter from the New York Times went out and when Diana Rossini, and she got fired over it for like trashing. Now, in fairness, she really like kind of kicked her when she was down and called her a disgrace to the sport and our profession and yada yada yada. But like, Diana Rossini is gonna have a job by next year, just so everybody knows.
Oh, absolutely. She'll have a job probably in a couple of weeks.
Like, she could be back on ESPN.
Yeah. No, like, it's all ridiculous. It's all ridiculous to me. Like, again, we talked about the double standard and the white knighting last week, so I'm not going to get into it too crazy. But all you like fake Me Too people that were like, "Oh, men and women should be treated equally," and then are like, "Okay, well, her job and his job are completely different," and all of a sudden they're jumping to conclusions like, "Oh, Mike Vrabel sexually assaulted her and harassed her." It's like, we don't have any evidence that this was sexual assault. Like, you mean when people need to relax?
People are saying that.
Yeah, that's. Well, listen, when these people are like, Vrabel needs to incur the same level of punishment that she did, understand her job is different than his, right? The reason that she ultimately got fired is because they're saying it jeopardizes what she does for a living and her credibility. She quit. She quit. They weren't going to renew her contract. That's the other piece of this that everybody keeps missing. It was easier for them to let her go and use this as a smoke shield.
Come here, Mike. Nobody should have lost their job for this.
No.
I think that Diana Rossini could do her job even if she was blowing Mike Vrabel.
Absolutely.
Have her cover the Green Bay Packers. Have her cover the NFC and cover the part of the NFC the Patriots aren't playing. There you go. It's over. It's done. It's finito. Exempt her from voting for Coach of the Year.
That's so stupid.
But you can, if you want to make it fair.
Yeah,
prevent,
if you want.
Make it that. And try to remember that two consenting adults doing consensual things is none of our business. Whatsoever. And the fact that people were calling for either of their jobs, and the fact that people were applauding her quitting, you guys have nothing to do in your life. And Skip Bayless, just because everybody thinks you're a joke, that's not Diana Rossini's fault. You are a joke. Remember when you defended Rob Parker? Because you're a joke. And I want people to know, I just want you to shut the fuck up. And Boston media, just because the Red Sox suck doesn't mean you got to take it out on Mike Vrabel.
That's exactly what it is. They're using him as a punching bag. I hate it.
Honestly, very much like the draft. If the Boston media is not upset with somebody, they're not happy. You people in Boston, and I love you, Mike. You know I love the Bostonians. Love you to death. But if you guys aren't upset, you're not happy.
Oh, dude. People calling in about morality clauses and Kraft needs to get rid of Vrabel. I'm like, you know what Robert Kraft has done in the past, right? If we're invoking morality clauses.
He got a massage, Mike. A massage.
Oh, I'm not blaming him. I was never on that witch freaking hunt bandwagon.
Like, just because they happen to massage his penis.
You know, they tried to get him on some human trafficking racket too.
I remember that. God. I remember that. Oh man. Well, you know, this is the life we live.
I mean, I wish we were good at the clickbaiting, because we would just talk about this all day, guys, and do what the Boston media does and probably have 10,000 viewers right now. But
you want 10,000? You want 10,000 viewers? Jeff Hoffman should be the closer for the Blue Jays. Boom.
Boom.
I just saved the channel. I just saved the brand. I just saved everything. Shout out to
BB Worsen.
That spells something. 45 int.
Okay.
BB for president. 100%. People should mind their business.
Yeah, mind your business.
Not BB. BB, you can mind anybody's business, but everybody else, mind your business.
Like I said, I want to talk about, like, if we're going to talk about fun things about this, like, let's talk about the conspiracy theory. Like, who hired who to take the picture?
We know that, though. It's been confirmed.
Do we?
Yeah.
Was it you?
Bill Belichick took the photo
back.
Took the photo himself.
Yeah, Robert, I'll come back. I saw that Mike is having some issues right now. Yeah, I'll come back. It'll be fun.
Speaking of BB, did you see him at the Bananas baseball game?
I did. I saw the picture of it.
Yeah, I had the video. Here, I got it here. He tried to be funny.
Oh boy.
Don't oh boy. He was like funny in the Bill Belichick way.
Yeah, he is actually a pretty funny guy.
By the way, I want to go to one of these games so badly.
Now coming to coach for your Bananas, a 6-time Super Bowl champion coach and the head coach of your UNC Tar Heels. Let's hear it for Coach Bill Belichick.
Look how happy he is.
Glad we were able to find Bill Belichick, the Savannah Bananas cutoff hoodie. Interested to see how his...
He looks like he hasn't changed at all.
Of course, the 6 Super Bowls as head coach of the New England Patriots.
He's the great tactician, bro. Just trust his process.
I trust.
A great tactician.
For years, and that is going to be a double play. Oh! Sunshine, a quick throw over to first, and Bill Belichick is furious, and he's going to challenge the call from Bryson Wheeler.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this play is under review.
And we'll get another look as the umpires see on the monitor. It's got to be clear evidence that Robert Anthony Cruz got that right hand back to the bat.
The ruling on the field is overturned.
Yes. Go, Bill, let's go. One man. Come on. Get back on there.
Fans, one more time for Coach Bill Belichick.
How the mighty have fallen.
I want to go to the Bananas game really badly. It's Harlem Globetrotters for baseball.
It is.
Like, I love it. I love the shit they do. I think it's hilarious. Baseball, I said this before. Baseball people take baseball too serious. Like it's a kid's game.
Yeah. That's like those football people. They take football way too seriously.
Well, there's one guy here who does.
Yeah, Ray.
He upsets people's wives.
I should put that somewhere in my Twitter profile.
That you upset Mrs. Gilmore hates you? Just
Yeah.
put Mrs. Gilmore hates me. Just leave it there.
Remove everything else. Just have that as like the only thing in my description.
Yes, that you pissed off
Yeah.
Mrs. Gilmore. For anybody who's wondering why we only put out one piece of micro content last week, I'm not saying that I accidentally deleted the stream, but I accidentally deleted the stream, so I was unable to produce any more micro content than the one piece that I put out. Thank you for all 4 of you for watching it. I appreciate it. Thank you to our one viewer right now, Mike. I think that until the season starts, this is going to be our life, and
we'll have a good amount to talk about after the draft. I think.
you know what would be great? A pandemic. I did really well when we were in a pandemic and a lockdown. Like, can we just have a little one? Just a little one.
Just treat that as like your frame of being. Like whenever you're working on Dear Pats Nation, you need to go into like your Zen mode. Like do a pandemic meditation.
No, the problem is people have things to do now, so they're like, "Oh, I could watch Ray and Mike, or I could live my life." So they go and live their life. Those bastards.
Yeah, but then they just watch us afterwards. All 4 of them.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if we had a pandemic, then we would be able to talk about vaccinations.
You want to go to China? I'm sure we could find something.
You go to China. Wait, are you saying that pandemic's starting? Okay, we're gonna get canceled. I love you guys. Appreciate you. We still don't have a new tagline. We're changing our tagline. Bye.